Hey everybody, Dark Wolf here. I'm going to give a couple minutes, let everybody get in the room. Just going to go over here and pull up the chat real quick. Hopefully we'll get a couple people coming over and hanging out, if we're lucky. So, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It appears that Martha's on. I apologize, Martha. If you are online. Oh, you are what? You are live. I do apologize. But I was running out of time. So here I am. Oh, I do have one viewer. Hey, viewer. I'm trying to pull up the chat right now. Bear with me a moment. This thing does not like to move very quickly. But you wouldn't think a newer model computer would be, that bad. It's a lie. So, Michelle. There isn't? Don't surprise me with YouTube. Ah, gotcha. How you doing? Good to see you. Hopefully a couple more people pop in before I go tell my group I'm live. Let them get up in here. All right, here in just a moment. I'm trying to grab this chat still. How you been, Michelle? It's great to see you. I will warn you, and anybody watching this after the recording, this might upset some people. It very well may upset some people. Excellent. Go ahead and share it for me. I'd appreciate that. So we can get a few people over here. Listen to us rattle on. 3 viewers. We're slowly going up. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining the den. Poppy, good to see ya. This is a new series we're going to start doing. Hopefully start doing. Time is not my friend anymore, so we'll see how this goes. But it's a new series I'm going to be doing called Dung Beetle Debunks. It's where I've been going around the net all week, or around the community anyway, and finding things that I know are just straight garbage. You know the stuff I'm talking about. The stuff that's got really weak evidence. Yeah, that stuff. Like, I was watching a show tonight. Guess I might as well go ahead and get into one of these. Let's see. So I was watching a show tonight, and they mentioned Spider-Man. 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 I always loved Spider-Man. Somebody claimed that they'd remember it without the dash. I don't doubt that. You know why? Because it exists both ways. Matter of fact, it exists in numerous amount of ways. Let's go over here into images. See what we can find here. Yep. Oh no, it's got a dash in it. There's the dash. Which is the way it should be. But somebody said they remembered it without the dash. Fair enough. I can't say your memory's wrong, because I don't doubt that you did. Problem is, the reason that's viable and the reason that's possible is because the person that claimed this clearly doesn't know much about comic books. You see, if one person made the same comic book the whole time, it would make a lot of sense. That got the dash. Maybe that doesn't have it. Oh, that's got it too. It's actually getting hard to find it without the dashes. Anyway, they don't always make the comic books the same. Different artists, different creators, different writers have different styles. Hopefully we can pull some covers up here and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So there's Spider-Man without a dash. There's with a dash. Some of them have the name all crunched together. I've seen that before. The majority do have dashes in them. Don't get me wrong. There are a few of them that don't. Right here's one. Oh, maybe it does. But different artists take different concepts different ways. Some of them will draw it differently. Some of them will write the name differently. up the other storyline with comic books. Hey, QP, Therion, Poppy, Dead GPK. Welcome, everybody. Chirps. Yeah, please let them know. I apologize for walking on them, but I had to go ahead and do this. I'm actually half hour over my regular technical time slot. So this isn't giving me exactly what I was hoping it'd give me, but then again, it is. Because it does have the dash everywhere, which I'm sure most all of you remember. Hey, Glenn. But there are a few that don't have the dash in Spider-Man. Here's one. That's probably why some people remember it a different way, because different comic books have different. See, these two, this one and say this one, the lettering's different. We're going to call this a Mandela effect next because the lettering ain't all the same. The person that laid out this claim is a person that there ain't a claim yet they've made that I've been able to back up. So they really got some really weird memories and are really good at looking through newspapers or something. But you can't go and say, well, this comic book is different, there's huge differences in it because, again, different artists, different creators, different animators, different everything. And there's all different styles, as you can see. There are a couple that don't have the dash, but most of them do. So, no, I'm calling bunk on this one, only because there's not the same person making every single one. There is variation in it. So, in my personal opinion, I'm calling bunk on this. Used to have that Amazing Fantasy 15 comic, Therion. Nice. I had a couple of these. I'm not sure exactly which ones because I just get like random ones in an auction box or something. But I did have one or two of these, I know. And there's so many. Hey, Joanna, good to see you. 3 a.m. glowing. Nice. Yeah, it's going on 1 a.m. here, so that seems about right, yeah. All right. Things do change according to promotion of owners. That is why we should not get hung up on logos. Yes, exactly, Glenn. Exactly. So you can't go and say that every single Spider-Man is the exact same way. It's not. And I bet you could pull a lot of different comics and do the exact same thing and probably find a couple pieces of evidence to back up your claim, one or two. And I guarantee you can find some in the newspaper because, newspapers don't make mistakes ever at all. Which is funny because as I remember it, newspapers were notorious for mistakes. Notorious. There were jokes about how horrible some newspapers were and the mistakes they would make. Just notorious for having mess ups and errors and misspellings and everything else in newspapers. Speaking of misspellings, another one I heard just tonight also. Everybody remembers Adolf Hitler. Well, somebody claimed tonight they remember Adolf with the PH. And we're even able to find, newspapers again to back them up because, newspapers, that's the source to go to right there. That's it. That bothers me. I actually found a whole wiki on this. And I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, it's not a misspelling. It's a Mandela effect. Hold on. I actually have something to show you. There's what I was looking for right there. I don't doubt that the person seen it spelled with a PH. Here's why. The PH, where's it at? There's one line I'm looking for here. The PH does not exist in German language as the f sound. It's only in English that makes that sound. So, where'd we go? There's a certain piece of information I'm looking for here. I've seen it earlier. Also, remember, people were really cruel when it come to that man. I don't blame them. But they used to misspell his name a lot and other things just to mess with him. Okay, so there's one word one line I'm looking for. Here it is, right here. I doubt Adolf or Adolf count as modern names. Surely they must go back a few centuries, so it would be surprising if countries had favorite renderings like Adolfo, and so occasionally used Adolfo Hitler. No, that's not what I was looking for. But the point is, different countries, different renderings. The German language doesn't have the PH in the names. Hey, Cedar, great to see you, bud. Venom. Nice. I'm not sure about Dutch. Tell me a bit of Venom. Does Dutch have the PH to make the f sound? Okay, this is the English Wiki. English writers sometimes use PH. We should note that it's sometimes spelled that way. You may not like the spelling, but it is used. This is not a Mandela effect, people. Yes, it's used both ways. The common ways with the F. The name Adolf is from Adolphus. This has a PH because it's Greek, and the Romans transcribed as PH because it said P underscore H. The Romans didn't have P underscore H, so they mostly said F. The Germans and English did the same when they started using the name Adolf, but they kept the PH spelling. The 19th century, they sorted out German spelling, making it more phonemic, replacing C's, S's, Z's, and K's, and PH's to F's. Some people's names didn't change, though, as did in some words, so the PH spelling lingered on, probably why you didn't get Joseph in German. So there you go, guys. Also no PH in Dutch. So there you go. Adolf does have the PH spelling sometimes in English only. You will never find a German version with the PH spelling. It even mentions in here there are books on Google in the title has the PH spelling. So yeah, that's real. That's not a Mandela effect either. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Can't help it. I just love truth too much. I'm sorry. Next one. Okay. This one is touchy for me because I don't fully disagree. And that's the Mandanimals. The Mandanimals are an intriguing case. I'm not saying animals can't show up in this reality. Totally not saying that. They can. I really think they can. Other things show up. Why not? Let's understand, though, guys. I don't know about you, but I don't know every animal. I can easily go and pull a whole bunch of crazy looking animals. Just make up words and start putting words together until I get some crazy looking animals. I don't know what they are. The point is, I've seen multiple channels do this. How do I put this? Just because it's new information to you doesn't mean it's new. You understand what I'm saying? The Mandela effect is where a large group of people have the same misremembering. Yes, it's got other things into it. And again, I'm not saying the Mandanimals can't exist, but I'm saying let's be careful. Really, it's not lined up. I'm not on OBS, so it should be. Poppy, I love that, the way you stated that. Yes, if you make a claim, you need good research to back it up. 110%. If you make a claim, you do the research and you show your research to back it up. Now, I will give it to the ones I was watching tonight. They showed the research. You guys can only guess by the name of the title who it may be. I ain't gonna call them out by name. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. That'd be too blatant. I think this person knows exactly who they are, and I think you guys know who I mean too. But when I do a video, when I give you guys a claim, I show you every bit of evidence I have. Every bit. Oh, not again. Tell me I'm not lagging out. Oh no. Let me check my internet connection. Audio's off from video. That's weird. That's really weird. Let me go ahead and cut the video then. And I'll bring it back on here in just a minute, see if we can't get this line back up. Maybe that'll reset it. That drives me nuts to watch a video and the audio does not match the lips. That just drives me crazy. So, which is why I stopped using OBS except for big shows, like interview shows and things. Okay, guys, let's see if it lines back up now. Are we lined up with the audio and video? No, it wasn't just you. Wasn't just you. One affected come out of nowhere. Oh, I thought it was just me. Hey, one affected. Good to see you. Oh, that was great. It's pink and green buffering. Oh, that's amazing. A1, great to see you, bud. I'm going to go ahead and throw an extra one in here for you guys. A bonus. Something else I've seen. I think I seen this last week, actually. But I can't get it out of my head because it's just, well, you'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share, which is what I thought I did, but I didn't. Almost pulled a McFarlane there. He's bad about that. You guys ever watch his channel? He's looking at something. You guys see this? See that? See this? He got crap on the screen. Which I'm not making fun of him. I'm saying it's kind of funny to watch. I think it's hilarious. I think it's great. No bad blood intended there. Not with that comment. Mississippi, guys. How's Mississippi spelled? Mississippi. So some people claim that they may remember it being spelled with a P, just a single P instead of two. And they even went as far as to getting old newspapers to prove their point. Because, once again, newspapers don't make mistakes at all. They have perfect editing, right? Yes, that is tongue-in-cheek as it gets. I have looked, and besides looking in newspapers, just looking online, I have looked and looked and looked and looked. Oh, and books. You know, books are known for being perfect, too. Books wouldn't dare have a misspelling. Yes, exactly. It was always double P. I'm with the rich people. There you go, Bit. There you go. We went through 5, going to 6 pages now, guys. I typed one. Nope. Okay. It reset. I'm sorry. 1P. So let's do this again. I apologize. So now let's keep going. So there's page 1. And I apologize if this seems a little bit boring, but I promise I'm making a point. 2. If I haven't made my point already. 3. 4. 5. And for those who are saying I'm scrolling fast, here you go. I'm not trying to make you miss anything. You ever look at a word so much it starts to look just really weird? That's what this word's starting to look to me right now. 6. We're going to only go to 10, guys. Don't worry. 4 more pages. 7. And I scrolled a little fast, so let's back up. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to mislead anything. I'm making a point here. Hey, what do you know? A news article. Oh, they spelled it right. I'll be darned. 9. We're on page 9, guys. And I still don't see what and it changed my search again. You see this? Google changed my search. Holy crap. Anyway, the point is there's no 1P spelling unless it was a typo. Yes, Poppy. I remember this in school. We did this too. Certain English teachers will give kids extra credit for finding typos. There are certain kids who have stacks of papers from all these different mess ups in newspapers, guys. The point is, if you're going to make a claim that something's the Mandela effect and you remember it different, fine. If you can find residual, cool. But don't show me newspapers with misspellings, a misspelling in a book. It's almost like people are trying to latch on to, I'm about to hit the wrong stop button. Oh, crap. They're trying to latch on to this effect to the point where I don't understand if some people have drink too much of their own Kool-Aid or if they're intentionally lying to us. But when I make a claim on this channel, I go through and I show you both sides of all evidence that I was able to find, even if it goes against my claim. Yes, that's why they do book revisions, Poppy. Correct, because they have to revise the misspellings for one. The author may add a chapter or two, maybe. But generally it's to revise misspellings. People make mistakes, exactly. Even the results of Google keep changing. I'll agree there. I've had my own research change right in front of me, so fair point there. But that's not what's happening here. There are certain people in this community, intentionally or unintentionally, that are lying to you people every single week. And nobody has got the time or the energy or ability or will or whatever the case may be to go look into these claims and prove they're garbage. Now, I have heard some people calling some of these out. I got to give credit where credit's due. I have heard some people being like, no, nope, not right. Oh, here's another one. And I don't really know what I can do with this besides the fact that everybody that I know remembered System of A Down. And here's the funny thing. The person that first brought this out said, no, that's not the way I remember it. And then turn around and starts pushing it like it's the only way ever was with the instead of . Be careful who you listen to, folks. Be very, very careful who you trust and who you listen to. Let's do this. I'll test it. I'm not scared. System of the Down. And if you're going to show me tweets and Twitters where somebody thought it was the down instead of a down, sorry, that's... when you can show me 1 or 2 out of 100 million who got it right, I'm not saying you don't remember it as the down. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I'm not saying that. But when you give me a video where the band member clearly is saying and I hold the speaker up to my ear and rewind and rewind and rewind and rewind. I do this to Moneybags videos a whole lot. But this particular video that I'm talking about, the person claimed that it was System of the Down, and they're saying the. You hear the band member saying the. And I held it up to my ear and I did my best to even try to fool myself into hearing the. Guess what I could not hear? Maybe I'm the only one, maybe not. According to the comment section, I'm not. Michelle, we should always use discernment. Most of these channels we watch because we love the people in the stream and for entertainment. Correct. If you're watching these people for entertainment only, understand you're just there for the entertainment. Because if you don't use your discernment, you could be taken down the road. I'm trying to be really nice. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to come out like I did with Uni Mundi, all full force. I'm trying to be very subtle, very, not trying to be mean about this is my point. As mean as I want to be and I should be, because I cannot stand somebody who intentionally lies to the community, especially repeatedly. Still, I'm not. At least in my opinion. My opinion seems to follow the evidence, though. Now, again, they give evidence. They show me all kind of newspapers. Great misspellings in news, but that's as far as they go. That should only be one piece of your evidence. Books, written word, period. The written word should be one piece of your evidence, as that's what you're going to go as. They did shorten the times to SOAD, like the RHCP. Yes, Red Hot Chili Peppers, for those who don't know what RHCP is. Yes, it's always been a system of A down. Even in the interview that the person did the video and put the interview out there from the band System of a Down, he says A down 4 different times. And the person, no, it was duh. And a person who's not invested in it might think people are saying System of the Down. That makes sense. It does. The name makes sense. Not going to lie. Agreed. Shills deserve to be taken down. Here. And I can't think somebody's unintentionally lying to me when every week they give me a new set of BS that I easily go and research and find out it's crap. Or I already know about, like the Spider-Man thing. Anybody who was into comic books as a kid, who clearly these 2 people weren't on this particular stream I was listening tonight, knows that Stan Lee didn't write every Spider-Man. He didn't do the animation for them or illustration, for them. He didn't do everything for every one of them. He just didn't. That's not the way it goes. That's why you've got Marvel 56. That's why you've got Uncanny X-Men. That's why you've got Incredible Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, maybe that's a Mandela effect too. They changed the name. It's different artists having different takes on the same character, different stories they want to tell with this character, things like that. So I call BS on that. I call straight BS on that one. Adolf Hitler, that's not a Mandela effect. As we've seen, PH is a common accepted English spelling of Adolf. I call BS on that too. Guess what the other channel didn't show? They didn't show both sides. Even if the other side will prove me wrong, I'm still going to show you both sides. Which I don't figure I have to show you the newspapers. You want to see that? I'm sure it's not hard to figure out which channel that's at. Dead GBK, you have a great night, bud. Appreciate it. So that's all I have this week. I really haven't seen a whole lot else to rant about this week. I hope everybody's been having a great week. My data, like I said last night, my data as far as the shift data goes, guys, it's all garbled right now. That's why I haven't come out and said yes definitively. I know Chick's been doing streams, and me and her been going back and forth. Oh, Tokyo and Tokyo. Here's another one, guys. Okay, guys, watch out for this one. So they use both, and I'll spell it out here. T-O. Here, I guess it helps if I share the screen, doesn't it? I'm getting horrible at this, guys. I'm supposed to be getting better, not worse. All right, here we go. So T-O-K-Y-O is how everybody knows how to spell Tokyo. All right. How about T-K-I-O? I apologize if I beat the other channels to this before they were able to get that out there. So it's a band. The Tokyo may refer to, okay, here we go, the Wikipedia. So before anybody has a chance to put this out there as a Mandela effect, do you guys remember this? Check it out. Tokyo is also spelled K-Y-O, the capital of Japan, used primarily in non-English speaking countries. How you like that? It's also a rock band. And a German rock band, Tokyo Hotel. That's interesting. And a Russian rock band. That's a pretty damn famous name for rock bands. Tokyo, North Dakota in the United States. Tokyo, Texas. Tokyo, Washington, a ghost town. Nice. So all these different things with the T-O-K-I-O. So if anybody tries to pull that out and say, oh, look, it's a Mandela effect. Nope. So there you go. Bit of Venom's language is Dutch. I remember that. Hey, Mrs. M.A. Great to see you. Wow. First time I think I've ever seen you in my chat. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Doing wonderful, thank you. Excellent. I'm really just kind of rambling right now. I went through pretty much everything I had to go through. I can't really think of anything else I've seen on the net that's been, blatantly garbage. Oh, yes, I do. I sure do. I know one more thing, guys. So a double bonus tonight. Check it out. One more thing I want to show you guys. Oops, I guess it would help if I typed in the right letters, huh? Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts. That would make me hungry. That's Nippon. Really? I thought Nippon was a different section or different part of Japan. I didn't know that's what they actually called Tokyo Nippon. Nice. Candied cupcakes. Hey, great to see ya. So this isn't the same person that the video's named after. This is another YouTuber that I'm sorry if you like this person. I apologize, but to put it blatantly, they're full of shit. Excuse my language. And I've done videos on why, but he's put out a couple more, guys. Look, more pink and green. A pink and green city. I bet you that's the only picture that looks like that. I'd put money on it. Oh, and a green, pink and green news? That's wild, huh? This pink and green guy. Oh my God. Guys, be careful. Watch out for this one. I've proven hands down he's full of lies. He's never gotten back to me. He's never debunked my debunk. He's never come out and said, look, this is what it is. This is what I'm doing. Nothing. He's never even responded to prove that he's telling the truth. Just saying. Yeah, they just keep coming. And how many views has he got? Let's see we can see how many views he's got on some of these. I just gave him a view. Oops. 112 views. How many subscribers does this man have? See if it'll tell me. Man, they changed it up. They don't tell you subs now, huh? On this page. So this got 112 views. It was released 5 hours ago. So that's probably not fair. Let's go to a day ago. No, that's an hour long. I see people not watching that too. Here we go. 4-minute long Supernatural Colors 3 days ago. 437 views in 3 days. Okay. It's not bad. Not bad. So how many subscribers you got, Unimundi? Cirque du Soleil. Get off of there. What are you doing? Oy vey. Anyway, let's see how many Mr. Mundi has. How many subs? If my computer will work correctly, we'll be okay. Razza, frazza, blazza, snazza, degga, like a black reg, preggin. Stop. Okay. We will figure out how many subs this man has. Go figure, it ain't going to give me the information now that I want it, right? 2,400 subs, and he's getting 400 views on a video. After 3 days, it's been up. Something Unirock taught me a long time ago is that sub count number right there doesn't mean jack. What counts is how many people's watching your stuff. So he's had 439. Let's just go with an even, 439 divided by 2,439. 17% of his whole audience is actually watching his stuff. That's low. That's a really low number. Again, I'm not doing that to shame him. I'm making a point that the number of subs you have. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate you hanging out, even if you don't text. That's awesome. The number of subs you have doesn't really matter. I've only got 500 subs, but I get about 300 views on a video, 300 to 400. That's easily 3/4 of my sub count is watching my stuff. He's got 2,400 and he's only getting 400 hits. You can buy subs. You are absolutely right. As a matter of fact, Unirock and I did a whole investigation on how you can buy subs and how some of these channels are faking the numbers of sub count that they have. And this was back over a year ago when we did this. Yes, his subs are going down because he's not showing evidence. And this is one reason I think when I do make videos, people that I that blah 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 blah. Let's try that again. I do not say blah blah blah. Anyway, the people who are subbed to me are actually watching my stuff. I might only have 500, but I have 500 people who are watching me. I'd rather have that than have 5,200 people watching me. The rest of them are just empty numbers. They're a waste. It's nothing. It means absolutely nothing. If people aren't actually watching your stuff, you could have 1 million. If you're only getting 2 hits a video, you ain't doing anything. Anything. That's why I've never bought subs, is because I don't see the point. That's not the number that counts. The number that counts is the people seeing it. So if anybody's got a channel or goes to other channels, oh, they've got thousands of subs and millions of subs. That just tells me one of two things. They bought a lot of subs or they've been at this quite a long time. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. You have these channels come out and go from 0 to 1,000 subs in 2 days. They didn't earn those subs, folks. They bought them. They bought them straight out. I'm tired of the lying in the community. I'm tired of the garbage. I'm tired of the crap. I stepped away for a couple months, come back, and I just cannot believe the garbage in this community that I'm seeing. There are some great people in this community, but it's been infiltrated, guys. And we need to start standing up and calling it out as we see it. We need to not be afraid of what people are going to say. I still watch a couple of channels that I don't like just to see the garbage being put out there. I really do. I honest to goodness do. I'm still subbed to Mundi, whatever. I'm still subbed to Mundi. Why? So I can see what kind of lies he's pushing. So I can know what to debunk. Just like a couple other channels that I stay subbed to, not because I like them, because I know they're full of crap and I want to debunk them. And I've got a few. Glenn says, I focus on time, past life, and how to use our minds to face this world, which is awesome. I'm not concerned with pushing for subs. I think my followers are consistent and not many trolls. My views to sub rate is okay. Exactly. Exactly. I don't have a like that. I focus on the theories. I focus on truth in the Mandela community. That's what this channel focuses on. And my sub ratio is pretty good. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not the bragging type. Anybody who watches this channel knows that. Just not my style. However, I've got 548 subscribers. Oh, I went down one. I guess I must have made some people mad with the last bit of truth I dropped. Well, that sucks. All right. 130 views, 119 views. So I'm getting about a fifth then. 200, 200. Some of these I've got some pretty good views. So I lied. Some of these 213, 214. I've got 400 and 500, 455 on that one. Yeah. So, okay, I'm pulling a fifth of my viewers. Fair enough. Fair enough. Just over a fifth. That one got 482 views 3 weeks ago. But it generally lies around 130, 140. Okay. So over the years, people might have lost YouTube, whatever, or over the year. 200, 200. So I lied. It ain't 400. It's a little lower than that still. 1/5, 2/5, 2012. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly one affected. I love this community too. Every last one of you guys. And that's why I get so uppity about this. Because I cannot stand people being taken for a ride. And I understand that there's groups of people that don't have time to research. They don't have time to barely think or sleep or eat or whatever the case may be. I get that. I've been there. I know what that's like. And they're going to go onto these videos and they're going to go, oh, wow, and take it for face value and never have the time to research it. And that bothers me. That bothers me a lot. And I probably wasn't even showing my sub count. Bloody hell. Oh, well. Anyway, that bothers me a whole lot. And that's why I have to speak up and say something. It just, I can't let it happen. Right. Why lie? I have one reason why these people would do it. It's not a good reason. It's not even a good excuse. But I think I know why. Unirock told me this, again, way back when. And he's one of the smartest guys I think has ever given me advice on this YouTube here. He said, you know, when you've got to do a show every week, which you guys notice, yep, you got it. You hit it, one affected. You hit it right on the nail. When you got to do a show every week, you got to have content. People expect your content. You notice I do shows when I have something to talk about. That's it. That's it. Only time you'll see me on here if I have a subject to talk about. I don't feel like I have to do shows every week. Why? Because I would need content every week. And if I don't have content, then I would have to start making content. And eventually that leads down a very slippery slope. Because I want to keep doing these shows every week to keep my sub count up, to keep my money coming in, to keep my real viewer count up, to keep money coming in. I don't know if the particular channel that I've been talking about most of the night is monetized. I don't. I pay for YouTube, so I don't know which one is and which one ain't. I ain't gonna lie, I pay for YouTube. I pay, what, $12 a month for YouTube Red? Sure do. Full transparency here. But money, they've got to keep those people coming. They've got to keep doing these shows. He said it tonight. The person I was listening to said it tonight. The show must go on. No matter how true it is, it must go on. And then again, some of these people might believe some of the claims they're making, and that's fine. The Mandela effect's very real. The Mandela effect's extremely real. That's why we have to be careful. I like how Jimmy Jams put it. If I'm brand new to this community, and the first video I find is Unimundi's pink and green phenomenon, and I go to research it and I find out it's horse crap, guess what? I'm not just going to turn my back on Unimundi. I'm going to turn my back on the whole Mandela effect because it looks like garbage from the word go. That's the reason we need to be careful. We need truth in this community only. People go to research some of these claims to find out you're full of crap and think the whole community is full of crap. It gives every one of us a bad name because one person wanted to get up here and heaven forbid they miss a show, or heaven forbid they come out with truth. They have to get these subscribers. They have to have something different. Everything. And that's bothersome. So we need to be careful, guys, because we're going to push people away from the actual Mandela effect, the real effect, by letting these con artists and shills and what's the other word I'm looking for? Charlatans get out here and do this. We got to stop these people from doing it and giving us a bad name, because that's what they're doing, guys. That's exactly what they're doing. They're making us look like idiots. And if some of these videos is the first thing they find, they're going to turn their back on the whole phenomenon because they got the wrong piece of information to start. Agreed, QP. The right person would. Agreed. We need to stream together, Dark Wolf. Agreed, Glenn. I am surprised this isn't called a full paranormal phenomenon. If you compare the small effects we focus on, like crop circles, ME looks made up. It does sometimes. And I still go back and forth in my head. Could it be a memory phenomenon? Could it be something not so supernatural? Every day I still ask that question, Glenn. Yes, we do need to stream together again soon. Like I said the other day, yesterday I think it was, after Labor Day, my hours slow way down again. We go into a slack time of business, so I should have more time to come back and focus again on this channel. It only happens in spurts and seasons, if you will, because my life goes in seasons now. Funny how that works. All right, guys, I'm done ranting for tonight, I think. I hope. I want to thank everybody who's held in there this entire time. You guys have been some troopers. I've got 13 viewers, and I've had 13 for quite a while, so thank you guys so much. Helen, Therion, Joanna, Michelle, QP, Glowing's Me, thanks so much for hanging out. Mrs. M.A., thanks so much for hanging out and stopping by. If you're still here, I really appreciate you. I've never seen you guys in this chat. That is awesome to me. I appreciate it. Poppy, Glenn, Candied Cupcakes, and I mentioned Therion already. I think that's everybody. Everybody who's listening and not able to interact with the chat, thank you also for hanging out and chilling with us. We very, very much appreciate you. So that's my rant for this week. Hopefully we'll be able to come back and do this again next week. Maybe even before that. We'll see. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with two things tonight. Number one, in all things in your life, use discernment. Take nobody's word for anything, including my own. Number two, remember always, hey, Mountain Cat, remember always, guys, stay awake, but dare to dream. Bye, everybody.